Hello everyone, Carlos Flores, back on basics. Today's topic is going to be on anger management. Everybody has it. Everybody gets angry. I mean, that's one of the emotions that people have. And so, before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified when new videos come on. I do a video every day, so the library keeps on expanding. Hit the like button so that way you can tell me that this video works for you. And then if you have a specific topic, put it in the comment section. I'm more than happy to give you my take on the topic that you're suggesting or you're asking about. If you want to connect with me via Facebook, you can connect with me at Carlos Flores. If you want to connect with me via Instagram, then you can connect with me at Back on Basics. So, anger management. Anger management is something that we all do. We all get angry, right? We all get frustrated and we all get angry. Remember a few videos ago, I talked about our our lives being like an iceberg, right? And again, I'm very visual, so I'm gonna show you the visual, right? So 20% of it is above ground, right? But 80% is below. So 20% you see, and those are the things that like the everyday things, something that's on your mind. But then the 80% that's under it are, you have to be aware of at some point, because if they bubble up to that 20%, then you could get to a place where you get frustrated, you get depressed, you get anxious, and then you have to utilize anger management techniques. And so it's hard to comprehend that in this world after COVID, after being inside our homes for a couple of years, after coming back and sometimes leading a modified life because things have changed, right? A lot of people are working from home, so they don't have that interaction with other people, and so everything's virtual. Like for me with the students, a lot of these students don't have some of the very basic skills with issues and to use anger management techniques. A lot of these kids get frustrated because they haven't interacted with others enough. They've interacted with family members, the immediate family members, and maybe even extended family members, but they haven't interacted with others that are not immediate. What I'm talking about is everything outside your support system, right? And so don't underestimate the fact that because we were in, right? Because everything was virtual, because if you weren't, because you can mute yourself, because you can turn off your camera, because you can multitask while doing that, don't underestimate the things that we have lost, the skills that we have lost. Like for example, language skills, speaking skills, right? Those are the things that we have lost, because when we see somebody, sometimes we're like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to react to you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to even communicate. So sometimes we need to go back to basics and learn those skills, like smiling, waving, saying hi, saying hello, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? And then communicating where you're going, so that way they know, right? Because again, some people just don't know how to hold a conversation for a long time anymore. In this day and age, when in a past video that I did, there's a billion and billion number of video hours that people watch. And again, it's like this, right? So you watch and you consume a lot of different things. You post a million things in a minute, right? And so a lot of the times we tend to be practicing to be alone, uh, because it has become the norm that it's okay to live in a virtual world. But remember, once you go to school, once you go to work, once you go to church or a monastery or a synagogue or whatever place of worship that you go to, once you go to a store, once you deal with other people, it's not virtual and you can't mute. Say, no, I'm not going to deal with you because the person in front of you may not stop dealing with you, even if you don't want to do that. So again, you have to understand that you have to have some anger management skills. So here's a few breathing exercises, right? All it takes is a couple of breaths in and out. See, even with that, it just brought me down a little bit. So 3 breaths have actually gotten me down. I can feel my pulse going down. You hear the way that I'm talking right now? It's not elevated, it's not excited, it's just very calm. And so that's a very important tip to realize that it's okay for you to take uh, some breaths. It's okay for you to breathe. It's okay. Breathing is life, right? And whenever we're in a stressful situation, a potentially dangerous situation, or anything that's going to create stress, we have this, and I've said this before in another video, we have this called flight or fight syndrome in psychology. So it's fight or flight, right? I'm either going to stay here or I'm gonna run, and not literally run, but just move away from the potential stressful stimulus or person. And so social media, when we were indoors, it was easy to do. You can just shut it off. You can just mute it. You can just turn off your camera. Now you cannot. So you have to practice. Breathing helps you out because it calms you down. And the more you breathe, the more oxygen goes to your brain. The more oxygen, the more you start thinking about potential options for what's in front of you or who's in front of you. You're able to think a little bit more clear. So breathing in and out helps a lot. I would recommend at least 3 so that way you're able to let your mind think and process what's going on. So that way you're able to look at your surroundings, right? So that way you're able to lower and you're able to cope with anger management skills. So, second tip that I can tell you is one of these things that other countries do it because it's a habit and because it's good etiquette. Say hi, smile. When somebody, if you just raise your hand, if you don't even say anything, this is what I'm actually saying hi without saying hi. And so sometimes that's just an icebreaker because we are living in our own worlds and we are living in a potentially stressful world. Things are happening. The thing is, now everything can be uploaded or can be pictured or can be videoed like this, right? And so there's different types of situations, and so everybody's so uh hyper focused on potential risks that we don't actually say, this person in front of me, I'm gonna smile to them and I'm gonna say hi to them, because that'll just break the ice, right? That'll help you with your anger management skills. That'll help create this, temporary interaction. You never know, right? In a small town, you'll be able to do that many, many times. And so then you'll be building relationships, which is great, which is another opportunity for you to build your support system, right? And so, just smiling, waving, saying hi, greeting somebody. It's a great thing to do. I mean, when I was in El Salvador, when I was little, I would smile at everybody. I would greet everybody, because everybody to me was important. And everybody, I wanted to make sure that they understood that I respected them enough that I was going to greet them, or I was going to wave to them, or I was going to say hi to them. And so, again, that's another aspect that can reduce anger management, or can reduce any potentially anxiety driven, stressful situations. Because, again, right, we're here in our phones most of the time, right? When we go out in the real world, it's stressful, because a lot of the times we have forgotten how to deal with somebody in person, how to deal with somebody that could be potentially a stressful situation. So again, breathing, right? Greeting, smiling. I mean, there's other things. Help people out. It doesn't mean you're going to put yourself in a dangerous situation. I don't want you to think that way. It's not. You assess what's going on around you. And if you can help, great. So here's one of the things that I do, right? Sometimes when I'm at a grocery store, I see those workers come in and out, and they move carts, shopping carts in and out, and it's a lot of them, and sometimes they're all over the place. If I see something out of that it's not in the cart area, sometimes I bring it and I put it in and I make it so that way it's easier for them to take. Are they gonna know that it was me? More than likely not. But you know what? It actually creates that uh feeling in their mind that, hey, somebody helped me out. Somebody made it easier. Instead of me looking for all the carts all around, they're here. So that way I can just go from here to where the store where people are gonna grab carts. Help people out. It's great. It makes it that much easier when dealing with things, when dealing with stressful situations. Because people notice. Believe me, people are still noticing what you're doing and what you're not doing. So make sure that you're communicating. Make sure that you're breathing. Make sure that you're saying hi. Make sure that you're helping, right? Be somebody that people can actually look at and say, I want to do what he or she or they are doing. I want to be that way. I want to be able to help people. I want to be able to greet people. I want to be able to always look as if you're okay, even though it may not be, but at least you're breathing, so that way you can focus from what's in front of you. Because again, there are a lot of stressful situations that will take place. So I'm telling you, just the importance of anger management skills is huge in now this age. Imagine when, I mean, we're going into different universes. We're dealing with virtual coin. We're voting virtually. In some countries, we're sharing information that is very vital to us virtually now. I mean, we share pictures, we share different things, and so you have to understand, right, that a lot of that information is just a snapshot of what's going on. That's just a snapshot. That's not the entire picture. I would highly recommend for you to get to know these people so that way you know where they're coming from. So that way so that way they know where you're coming from as well. And so, I mean, I can share a photo with anybody. I can share my number with anybody. So that way they can text me, so that way they can call me, so that way they can and so, it's important because in our society today, and we're heading, right? Talked about in another video, digital fluency. We are heading in a direction where some of us are never going to come out of our houses anymore. Groceries get delivered to us, mail gets delivered to us, food gets delivered to us, working from home remote, going to school remote. I mean, some people are never going to come out of their houses. So what's going to happen? If they ever do, because of an emergency or because they need something, it's going to be hard for them to self-regulate, to lower their anger if they have any in a potential stressful situation. So again, going back to the same basics. Saying hi, greeting somebody, helping, even if people don't see it, they'll notice. So those are just 3 basic things I'm telling you are important in anger management, because it does, and it's only gonna get worse because we're gonna be more and more living in a meta universe, in a virtual universe. We're gonna be meeting virtually. When you gamers, I'm a gamer myself, but you gamers get online, and some of these kids are calling people names and everything because they can hide behind their name. Then people don't know who you are. But remember, if you keep on practicing that virtually, eventually that's going to come out in a face-to-face interaction. That's the reason why we have to practice anger management skills. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so that way you can get notified of new videos that are coming on. Hit the like button so that way you can tell me that you like this video. I mean, anger management is not a good topic, but preventing and anticipating anger management or reducing anger management is great, right? If you have a specific topic, put it on the comment section. Other than that, till next time, Back on Basics.